am I doing reviewing headset from 2019, 4 years later, and here we have them on the channel. Now, first of all, I'm going to say I never reviewed these ones, particularly from Astro, and they're going to be quite interesting because I want to see how they compete in 2023 with current lineup that we have in the headset market, right? So here we have the ASTRO A50 with the base station that gives you a possibility to connect it with multiple different connections, and it's quite interesting to check it out. Now, first of all, as always, let's dive into some short specifications. So the weight is 380 grams, but without the cable is 370. We have 6mm unidirectional microphone with voice isolation, 40mm neodymium ear cups with fabric ear pads. Wi-Fi range is 50 meters. Standby battery life, which is quite interesting, is 20 months. Frequency response 20 Hz to 20 kHz. The downside is, and of course I do understand since we're having headsets which are a bit older, micro USB type B, which is used for powering up the base station and for charging the headset. Inputs, we have optical pass-through, USB power and sound card, USB charge, aux in and microphone out. But short specifications, right? 370 grams, and I'm quite curious how will they feel when you place them on the head, because we had much lighter headsets and you can't feel them wearing after a couple of hours of gaming, and these ones should act similar to those. Even though I tested like 164 grams of headset, these are almost double. So it's going to be quite interesting. But what we have here is a completely different design from anything we had so far on the channel, and as you can see, it kind of connects magnetically, I would say. But you have 3 pins, 2 on the left ear cup and 1 on the right ear cup for charging your headsets. And basically they have really interesting design. I would say quite cool. You have a very flexible microphone which has flip to mute. You have fabric ear cups which, as you already know, as I already stated, they don't isolate the auto sound as the leatherette ones do. The design, when we're talking about it, we have gloss matte black finish with the gold lettering and the gold logo of Astro going throughout the headset, and it's quite interesting because the adjustment point right here on the headset is quite cool, I would say, because you have these lines to have the possibility to adjust them as you wish. And this is another cool thing, you can actually flip them around, which will give you ability to store them, if you're carrying them somewhere, of course, to store them nicely in some sort of a backpack or a laptop bag, which will fit without a doubt. Now, when I'm talking about the design, and I'm still here, we have a headband top part that also has a memory foam as well as the ear cups, and it's specifically on this middle part, but I'm quite sure that the side parts don't even touch your head, which is quite cool. And the top part is very soft, and it gets back into standard position after not using them for a while. The thing is, well, basically immediately. Now, the one thing that it's really cool is that since you have a docking station, you're not placing the headset on any hanger, and usually hangers, what they do is they deform the memory foam, and this can sometimes be tricky because in that scenario you're going to feel the headset much more differently than with the full memory foam that is like so. So, right, 40mm drivers. What I tested and what I did is I placed them on the head just to see how they feel. First of all, not testing the sound. And the cool thing is that after the memory foam, you have a much more space inside. This is designed nicely in terms of giving you more space for your ears. So basically what happens is that the outer parts don't actually interact with your part of the ear, because the ear goes completely inside. And this is really nice because when I checked them and I saw a 40mm drive, okay, that's not going to be quite pleasant for wearing, but I do have to admit they are. Now it's time to check out some features, right? So it works with Xbox X and S, and it works also on Windows and Mac. We have support for Dolby Atmos. They're tuned with ASTRO Audio V2. You have a built-in mix amp, flip to mute microphone, which I already stated, but just to clarify it, and ASTRO Command Center software. Now, in addition to everything, you have 15 hours of usage, so the battery is rechargeable, but 15 hours of usage after single charge. You also have a sound card functionality with USB and 3D audio ready. We have the power switch. After that, we have Dolby button. Right next to it, you have EQ preset switch, which gives you a possibility to switch EQ presets on the go. You have the volume wheel, game voice balance, so you have a built-in mix chat, and that's basically it. On the other side, you have a flip to mute microphone, but I already stated that. So let's check out the sound of the microphone.
Okay guys, so currently I'm recording with the Astro A50 and to be honest, I don't know what's the thing. I'm actually hearing myself in the ear cups, but that must be something in the settings. So before actually recording the microphone, I did a long break in between of the past part or the beginning on the intro, and as you can see at the back, the Audacity is recording, but just to give you a heads up, that's all. So, I was listening on these headsets some vocal, let's put it vocal music with loads of vocals, right? Okay, so house and stuff like that, right? And after that, I switched to something that has, well, that house music also has bass, but I switched something with more bass, and wow, the sound, the bass on these ones is just outstanding. You can really crank up the volume up to the maximum, and I think they're adjusted. Let me just check. I think they're adjusted here on the, yeah, they are on 100% on Windows, and right here you can adjust them as already shown you on the ear cup to 100% on the ear cups, and it's outstanding. Unfortunately, let's put it this way, the long gap between the intro and this part recording the microphone is the battery ran out, so I had to charge them. And currently, I would say somewhere around 6 hours of full charge, plus minus 15 minutes, I would say. So 6 hours for full charge, and that might be negative. But let's take into consideration that you have a base station where you're going to leave your headset constantly on and they're constantly going to charge. So basically, you won't even notice those 6 hours unless you're really having a long gaming session, and after that you're going to drain the battery life completely, and then you'll most likely have to wait 6 hours. But that's for something else when you most likely go to sleep after 16 hours of gaming, right? So there's that. But let's continue since I'm on the microphone and I can turn around like this. So right here we have the Astro Command Center that actually follows and, let's say, backs up the Astro A50. Have possibility to sync with the device, of course, because if for some reason the device isn't synced, or basically you change some things with the EQ or any other settings, you just press the sync to the device and that's it. You also have clear changes, which basically resets to factory, so that's also cool if you, I don't know, play around a bit too much and you changed stuff way too much. I would say this is quite good. And also then we have A50 Mod Kit, which is a preset library, one of the presets that it's done. You have Astro, you have Media, Pro, and Studio. I think that, yeah, that's it. Additionally, basically, how you change the presets is you can additionally go with Pro and Studio and change them like this. But these three additional settings are for you to adjust three equalizer settings that you're going to constantly use and save them on the device. This is why you're using the sync to device, because the button here on the right ear cup is that has an EQ button. To change the presence, you can switch to three different ones, and those are the ones that you choose right here in the Astro Command Center. Now let's check out. Here we have the microphone. So you have the streaming microphone. Then you have the night microphone, So I'm currently talking in that one, and you can even pump up the volume with the mic with the USB mic level, and you have a side tone which finally I can stop hearing myself. And that's really cool because you can adjust that if you want to. I know I had a couple of questions in general when we were talking about other headsets, how you can adjust to hear yourself through your headsets while talking, right? So the Astro Command Center gives you that ability to adjust it, and you can adjust the volume as well. Let's go next. You have home, you have tournament. So these are the noise gates. And then we have Streamport, which gives you an option to adjust the game, chat audio, microphone, and aux, and additional settings, which you can adjust the balance of the voice and the game, and alert volume as well. So yeah, I mean, quite cool options, and it even gives you an indication on the battery life. So
In other words, checking out the microphone, it was quite interesting because the microphone, well, there's nothing interesting in a 200 euro headset that the microphone actually works properly. And there were no buzzing at the back, there was no, how would I say it, like you're in a tunnel sound or anything similar to that. The voice was crystal clear, and that's it. But regardless of the microphone, because okay, I'm satisfied, thumbs up, that's okay. But the 40 millimeter drivers, the sound from those, the bass, the vocals, mids, highs, whatever you want to call them, I don't care, because the sound was remarkable. And this is why headsets from 2019 are still here in 2023, right? And that's amazing to have. And even they look different, but still cool, really cool. And I love the base station because it gives you an indication for the battery, which is most important. Gives you indication on what are they connected. But all in all together, the headset, the sound, the microphone, the buttons, the equalizer that you could adjust on the go with 3 presses that you adjust before on the software is just amazing. And that's it. I don't have anything else to say except for thumbs up. Astro, you did a great job here with the A50 without a doubt. So in terms of all of that, I do recommend them. And if you really want to check more of these, do check the links in the description below so you could get a more idea on the price tag and everything that is current now. So yeah, that's all there is to it. If you like the video, as always, subscribe if you want, and if you feel like it will really mean a lot to me. And that's all for today. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow with a very special video. Bye bye.